A figure moves through the early morning fog, leaving behind patterns no one understands. Across 3 American states, silent clues appear. Small, strange, and maddeningly precise. Someone is out there, moving quietly, leaving only symbols carved into forgotten places. And after more than a decade, the FBI still can't identify who they are. This is the story of an unidentified offender investigators quietly refer to as the Graymark Unknown. The events span from 2011 to 2022, scattered across small towns in the northern United States. No motive has ever been confirmed, no suspect ever named publicly. Yet the patterns left behind continue to haunt analysts and communities alike. It all began in May 2011, when a hiker discovered a strange geometric symbol carved into a tree along a lonely riverside path. The mark didn't match local graffiti, gang tags, or trail signs. It was too precise. Sharp angles, clean cuts, deliberate spacing. Local police filed the report, but couldn't connect it to any crime. 3 months later, an identical symbol appeared on the metal door of an abandoned storage unit more than 200 miles away. There were no witnesses, no camera footage, no footprints, no fingerprints. Officers sent a copy of the symbol to a regional task group, unsure what they were looking at. Over the next few years, symbols like these continued appearing once or twice annually. They were always placed in quiet areas, under bridges, at trailheads, on forgotten structures deep in wooded areas. The markings weren't perfectly identical, but their geometry followed a consistent pattern. Too similar to be coincidence, too scattered to be local mischief. By 2015, the FBI quietly opened a small working file. 2 symbols had appeared 1 week apart in 2 different states. The precision was the same. The placement seemed intentionally chosen for minimal visibility, but eventual discovery. It wasn't random. Someone was designing a pattern only they fully understood. Between 2016 and 2019, something new appeared. Small metal tokens placed carefully near some of the symbols. Each token carried a stamped number. No fingerprints, no DNA, no unique material. The tokens were common alloys, easily purchased anywhere. Whoever left them understood how to avoid leaving evidence. Then, in 2020, the case escalated. A plain envelope arrived at a regional FBI office. Inside was a clean, printed copy of the same symbol. Crisp, sharp, exactly drawn, along with a chilling 2-word message: "You're late." There were no fingerprints, no identifiable ink patterns, no return address. The paper and printing technology were completely generic. The sender had erased themselves. Between 2021 and 2022, only 2 more symbols were found. Both were in remote, wooded locations. Both followed the exact same geometry and spacing as earlier ones. Despite increased attention and multiple agencies reviewing evidence, investigators ended the decade-long search with no suspect, no motive, no credible leads. What do we actually know? The symbol, a triangle intersected by 2 offset lines. The metal tokens, small, round, numbered. The envelope, printed, anonymous, deliberately sterile. The geography, a loose ring across 3 states, always near secondary highways. These are the only confirmed elements. Nothing else reaches certainty. Investigators disagree on nearly every interpretation. Some believe the markings belong to a single offender who enjoys creating tension without direct confrontation. Others think the symbols may be unrelated, connected only because humans seek patterns in chaos. A few analysts even suspect the envelope could be a copycat mimicking earlier reports. Why are there multi-year gaps where nothing appears? Did the person stop, move? Or did investigators simply fail to find the symbols in time? Those questions remain unanswered. Communities living near these markings say the fear comes not from violence, but from the unknown. Parents in rural areas began double-checking locked doors. Hikers reported feeling watched. Residents said they noticed strangers more carefully. Uncertainty itself became the threat. Experts say cases like this reveal the limits of modern investigation. Surveillance cameras don't cover forests, trails, or abandoned industrial spaces. DNA isn't always left behind. Digital footprints vanish when a person chooses not to leave any. In a world full of technology, a patient, careful individual can still remain invisible. Culturally, this case became a quiet legend. A story whispered among neighbors. An enigma that grew not because of confirmed danger, but because nobody could explain it. Here's what we know: the symbols, the tokens, the envelope, the geography. Here's what we don't know: the identity, the motive, the origin of the pattern. 11 years of clues and not a single answer. So, what happens next? One possibility is that new symbols could appear again. Offenders who follow ritualistic patterns sometimes return after long pauses. Another possibility is that future forensic technology could extract something from the old evidence. Trace DNA, micro residue on metal, or subtle tool marks. And there's always the chance that this case will remain unsolved forever, not because the person is uncatchable, but because their actions fall outside the patterns. Law enforcement systems are designed to detect mysteries like this, remind us that for all our progress, some people still move like shadows. Some puzzles still remain unfinished. And some stories continue long after the last clue is found. If you're ready for another deep mystery about the limits of investigation, join us in the next episode, The Most Secret Building in America. This case is a completely fictional reconstruction, created to explore investigative challenges and human psychology. It does not describe real individuals, real crimes, or active investigations.